Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. So this React cheat sheet part 3, we're going to look into props. Okay, so props, what are props? Props are being used for passing data from one component to another, and props stand for properties. Okay, and they are read-only components. Now let's get into the prop itself. So right here, this is the components, the app component, right? And it is returning this component right here. So in the component, we only showing the name in h1, and this is the result. All right. Now I want to pass the data, right, from app component here through the props to this component. So how do I do that? Right here, the app right now, there is no property at all, right? It's empty. So now we're going to add the props right here. So to add a new prop, basically we can just give any name. I can just say like name, and we assign the name, right, the value to this name. And right here I want to have another prop. I can just say like age equal to like 18. Okay, so this is the props. And how do I pass the data from this app component to the app component here? So to pass the props, we right here in the bracket, we can just write props. Okay, and down here we can just say like I want to show the name, right? So this is just normal value, and this is the value itself coming from the app component. So write props dot name, and I want to show the age as well. So age, and this is the props dot age. Okay, so it's as simple as this. Now let's just quickly save it and have a look. All right, so here this is the name, and the name again it coming from app component equal to Jack, and also for the age it's equal to 18. So that's why we see the result here. I can just simply change this to, let's say, like 25, right? And here it changed directly right here. Okay, so this is the component properties, and there's another way to write it as well. So the other one here is called the structure props. Okay, it's a little bit different. Let's have a look here. So inside the component.js, I can just instead of like props, right, I can just let's just comment this out and try to create a new one so we can see the difference. This one here is basically similar to the above one, and we want to return, this is the will be the same h1, and inside h1 this will be name. So to use the structure props, right here we can enter the value here like name, age, right, with the curly bracket around here. All right, now inside this h1 I can just simply use the name, and also for age I can simply use age. So can you tell what the difference, right? Now let's have a look at the result first. Okay, so here we can still see the same result. So what are the difference? The difference here, instead of using the word props, all right, the keyword prop, we use the curly bracket, and we can just use name whenever we want to show the value. We no longer need to use the props dot and then the property, right? So we can just use it directly. Okay, so that is the structure props. It easier to understand and also easier to write as well. Okay, now we have looked into the structure props. Okay, so now let's look at children. So props are used to store the data that can be accessed by the children of a React component, and the children is a special prop. It's passed to a component that is rendered inside the component. So what I mean by that, let's now have a look at the example so it can be easily understand. All right, so here this is the empty component, it's nothing at all, right? so it's just showing name, right? So to use the children here inside the component, we have to use the curly bracket, the same as the one that I just shown, the structure prop, right? So here we can just write children, right? Okay, so and inside the h1 I can just use the children, right? So I can just add it like this, and inside the app component we no longer use this format. Okay, so just commented this out, and I'm going to call this as children. So when I push the code, you can see this example easily. Okay, so in the component, we can just show any thing right here. So since this is saying like name, we're going to give a name here. Okay, so the name can be like John, right? So it compiled successfully. Let's have a look at the result. So this is what the result is showing, right? It is showing any text inside this component but not passing through the props. Okay, so again, what is this? This is called the children. Okay, so it's passed from the parent here. The parent is the app component, and this is the children. Okay, finally, let's have a look at the default props. Okay, so how do we write the default props code? Let's just comment the children, and down here going to use the component. All right, and inside the component, I can just copy this, comment it out, paste it down here. So this one is the children, and what about this one? This one is the default props. Okay, and let's just get rid of this, and also this one as well. We're going to start it from scratch again. Here let's have a look. Nothing is showing, and we're going to write the default prop. We want to assign the default value. Okay, so right here to assign value, we're going to use the curly bracket, and let's just give it a name. And this one, let's just say Mike, right? And we want to return the name, so you just simply write like this, and let's have a look whether we see Mike. Okay, so Mike is here, even though in this component nothing is assigned, right? Normally we assigned it like the name of it, right? So let's say if I assign the name to Jack, whether it's showing as the Mike or it is showing as Jack. Let's have a look when I press. Okay, so it is showing as Jack. Why is that? Because we are assigning an actual value. Okay, so right here it is just like a placeholder. You can simply think of it like that, right? So if no value assigned from this app component, then we will show the value as Mike. This is the default value. So this syntax is JavaScript syntax, right? And if you want to use the React syntax, then we can write it another way, similar to this one as well. So instead of assigning like the name equal to Mike, we will need to write it down here. So component dot default props. Okay, down here we can just write like name equal to Mike, not milk. Okay, and yep, let's just have a look, and up here we can just get rid of the value that is assigned to name and see whether it's still working or not, right? And yep, here it is, guys. Let's just get rid of the value here, assign it to empty string. It actually showing here. Let's get rid of the name as well, and right here we see Mike. Okay, so if I change it to something else, Hong. Okay, now have a look, and here it is showing as Hong because this is the default value when there is no props assigned through this component. Okay, so this is the default props using the React syntax. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. Just a quick one to show you the properties in reactjs. We have looked at the normal properties. We learn how to use the structure props, and also using the children. Finally, we're using the default props with both syntax, JavaScript and React. So hope you guys like this video, and see you guys in the next part.